Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn the model-based architecture issues. This is the last topic in third unit. In third unit, already we discussed artifacts of the process, artifact sets. Artifacts are two categories. One is management artifacts, another one is engineering artifacts. Then in previous class we learned about pragmatic artifacts. Pragmatic artifacts or programming artifacts both are same. Prog- Programmatic artifacts are the artifacts which are essential for making source code for the software product. This already we discussed in the previous class. Today we are going to learn about model based architectures. Model based architectures are two parts. One is management perspective, another one is technical perspective. So what is called model based software? So what is a model based? Model based is nothing but diagrammatic representation. The model is nothing but diagrammatic representation. So many software analysts said that one diagram is equal to 1,000 words. One diagram is equal to 1,000 words. I will tell you one example. For uh, lower class students or like first class or LKG, UKG students. So if if you want to explain any concept, instead of saying continuously the words, just showing with them with a model or diagram, so they will receive the meaning very quickly, they will understand the problem easily. That is called concept based teaching. Concept model means, or model based representation is nothing but giving or giving projection or providing the content easy way through diagrammatic representation is called model based software architecture. In your third year OOAD paper, you have learned the same meaning. Model based software, model based tools. UML is a model based language, unified modeling language. UML means unified modeling language, which is used to describe the user scenarios, user use cases, the use case system. So in that, it describes the problem space. It describes the problem space. It describes the architecture easy way. It describes the process easy way to understand by the development team. That is the meaning of model based software architecture. Once again, please remember, it is very simple concept. Model based software architecture is nothing but diagrammatic representation. So whatever you want to describe, whatever you want to project, that can be shown with the help of diagrammatic representation, so that the people whoever required the information, they will follow easily by going through that diagrammatic representation. Today, model based architectures are two. One is architecture management perspective, another one is architecture technical perspective. These two we will discuss today. First one, architecture management perspective. From the management perspective, there are three different aspects of the architecture. One is simple architecture, architecture with a baseline, architecture with a description. Architecture is a diagrammatic representation of the requirements. Is called architecture. In that, all modules or requirement views or client requirements, a problem domain, etc., are provided in the architecture. Architecture baseline, business case, all trade-off rules, all development information are provided in the architecture baseline. Architecture description is described with the necessary information regarding the views. Software views are projected in the description. Okay. See, the importance of software architecture and its close linkage with the modern software development process can be summarized as follows. So easily you can understand the why the architectures are required. Achieving stable software architecture represents a significant project milestones at which the critical make buy decisions should have been resolved. The management or top level management should think whether the modules or the requirements are going to buy or make by the same organization or not. That will be decided. Architecture representation provides basis for balancing trade-off between problem space and solution space. The architecture will also answer this one. The architecture will give clear answer about trade-offs between problem space and solution. So problem? What the problem to be built? About the solution also be specified. Architecture and process encapsulate many of the important communication among individual teams, organizations, and stakeholders. It also replies about individuals of various teams, organizations, and stakeholders. Poor architecture and immature process often give as reasons for project failures. So, if the architecture is very poor, it's not given clear information, automatically the project is going to failure. The project never become success. So that is very important. Next, a mature process and understanding of the primary requirements and demonstrable architecture are important prerequisites for predictable planning. So, if the architecture is designed perfectly without missing anything, then the project is going to become success. Second one, architecture, a technical perspective. Technical perspective means regarding engineering perspective, engineering activities. Previously we discussed about management perspective. Management perspective particularly deals with the trade-offs regarding problem space, and another one is uh, solution space, etc. Regarding only, they will look into economic issues only, that is make or buy decisions, ROI, time, schedule, etc. They will look into that. But coming to second one is architecture, a technical perspective is related to development of the project. It is related to development of the project. An architecture view is abstraction of the design model. So it is focused on mainly design issues. Most real world system requires four views: design view, process view, component, and deployment view. So there are four views. First, design should be done. Design is nothing but architecture. It will have all modules and their algorithms and their databases, etc. are provided. Process or modules, whatever the modules to be implemented. Component, like a small code or one subprogram is called component. Then deployment is nothing but delivery. So the four issues. One, design describes architecturally significant structures, functions of the design model. All they provide good structures for functions and structures. Two, process. Process describes concurrency, control threads, relationships among design component deployment views. It is related to the modules. which are going to depend with other one. One module may depend with other one. That kind of activities are described with the process view. Then component describes the structure of the implementation set. Component is nothing but a code or set of instructions related to a process. Deployment describes structure of the deployment set. These four views can be shown in the following diagram. See, there are four views: requirements view, design, implementation, and deployment. See this. So in this diagram, use case model is used to describe the problem space. Use case model is used to describe the problem space. And another one is use case views. Use case views are also used to describe the component model. Component model is nothing but coding of each and every module. That can be described four views. What are the four views? See, first one is use case model, design model, process model, component model, and deployment model. Here, the requirement set may include UML models describe the problem space. UML models like use case, sequence diagram, collaboration diagram, activity diagram. So these diagrams already you know very well in the OOED paper. In third year you have learned. So those diagrams are used to describe the problem space. Then the design set includes UML design model describe the solution space. Solution space like class diagram, object diagram. Class diagram and object diagram helps the developer to make solution easy. The design process and use case models provide for visualization of the logical and behavioral aspects of the design. So it provides the relationships among classes and objects that is provided with the behavioral. Then the component model provides visualization of the implementation set. The deployment model provides for visualization of the deployment set, means that is delivery. So simply if we understand the UML basic diagrams like use case, sequence, collaboration, activity, deployment. These diagrams are nothing but behavioral diagram. They will describe the problem space and also design models. Coming to class diagram, object diagram, they helps us to component model, component views, component view is nothing but set of instructions related to one particular requirement. Example, if you take bank transactions, deposit, withdraw, transfer of money, three components should be written. One first component is deposit, making deposit into account. Withdraw, taking money from the account. Transfer the funds from one account to another account. Here we can identify three components. The three components should must need classes and objects, and there should be operational behavior among each and every class and as well as object. So once you understand the UML diagrams, if you have idea completely on 9 types of diagrams, this model based architecture is very simple, the same thing. Okay, right. See, nowadays most of the software companies, they are following the model-based software architectures. Model-based software architectures are very, very important to describe the user requirements or client requirements easy. Model is nothing but diagrammatic representation of the requirements and as well as solution. Both it describes problem space and as well as solution space. Good. So by this the third unit is over. Okay. Good luck.